Thanks. Okay, so let's dive in. So what is LLVM-Reduce? It's, well, as the name implies, it's an IR reduction tool centered around delta debugging, and it runs various passes over the IR to reduce stuff like functions, basic blocks, metadata, and so on. So many of you are probably wondering what's delta debugging. So the general gist is it tests given amount of targets. That might be lines of code, functions, metadata, and so on. And it splits them and tests out various combinations, as you can see in the graphic, until it finds the minimal amount of paths that reproduce the interesting behavior. So it looks generally like this. It takes in a reduction pass, that is functions, arguments, instructions, and runs it over the delta debugging algorithm, and then it produces the reduced module. So how to use the tool? It's pretty basic. First, you have to define the steps to reproduce a bug in the most deterministic way, since the tool is going to be running over interesting-ness tests, and well, the non-deterministic behavior is really out of its context. So then you have to create an interesting-ness test that is, I don't know, I have a 200 lines test case that crashes. The crashing would be the interesting behavior, and the interesting-ness test has two main caveats. First, you have to exit with 4 if the input is interesting, i.e. crashes. And the second caveat is that it must take the input file as the first parameter. So let's do a little quick demo of how that would look. So I have here opened a little test case, a file that crashes, 200-line test case. Has a lot of basic blocks, functions, and so on. Metadata, you get the gist. And I have this little function, interesting-ness test. And basically it tests if it crashes, i.e. Gets error code 139, it exits 0. And if not, exits 1. So let's run it over the tool, LLVM-Reduce. We pass the test as a parameter and the input file. And then it starts running over the reductions. So there's going to be a lot of text here. Ignore that for the moment. And let's back up a little bit. So first, it gives you all the functions and tries testing each combination of functions. So it first ignores the last 7 functions, and then it splits them up, this chunk, interesting chunk, into in half, and so on, until it finds the function that still does the interesting behavior, i.e. crashing. So, and it does the same with basic blocks. We have 6 unnamed basic blocks, and the tree is the one, the basic block number 3 is the one that gives us the interesting behavior. I'm sorry, the 1 and 5, ignoring 1 and 5. Does the same with global variables and so on. So now let's see our reduced test case. So initially the test case was 235 lines, and the reduced test case looks like this. So much more readable and a lot more easy to find the bug. So, okay. So let's see how the performance bears against the bug point, our de facto debugger. So LLVM-Reduce does, actually in this test case, with 1.6 kilo lines of code, it did better. And I was actually surprised about that. But once I inspected the code, it was just a bunch of unreachable basic blocks, which really isn't interesting. So as you can see, the LLVM-Reduce really got close to the manual reduction. Still some optimizations to be made, so there's a lot of room for improvement, but pretty good reduction. And now for a much bigger test case, bug point really couldn't reduce this test case for 28,000 lines of code, and LLVM reduced it to just 800 lines. So for these test cases, the first one with 1,600, bug point took 15 minutes to produce some pretty unusable code, and LLVM-Reduce just did it in less than a minute. So pretty good. A much better performance, as well as the code, the reduction size. And for the second line of second test case, bug point took 18 hours, not minutes, hours, to pretty much not produce anything. And LLVM-Reduce, although it was 2 hours, which is pretty bad, it's still better than bug point's performance. As well, bug point really doesn't reduce arguments, unused parameters, and so on. So there's some better reductions in place. And well, finally, it has a much easier interface. Pretty straightforward. You just put the test. If the test has any arguments, you just pass them there. If you have a non-deterministic problem, you can use this test argument option to make the problem more deterministic. And yeah, that's LLVM-Reduce's main three pros against bug point. You can also compare with C-Reduce, and the obvious answer would be that LLVM-Reduce is specific for IR. C-Reduce doesn't have any IR-specific reduction passes, so that's where it would be better. I haven't done any performance tests against C-Reduce since my machine is pretty old. Yeah. So let's talk a bit about LLVM-Reduce's future. It was initially conceived to replace bug point's crash debugger, but I just put it in a separate tool to not mess with bug point's current users, mainly. Hopefully, now that the main tool is in place, someone could much more feasibly take on the task of integrating it into bug points. And well, also, LLVM-Reduce is pretty extendable. You don't have to mess with the main delta debugging algorithm to add more passes, so it's much more easier to contribute. And well, you can also, the main algorithm is also a bit unoptimized, so that can be improved upon. And yeah, let's do some Q&A. Thanks.
Hi, thanks so much for your presentation and for building this tool. I'm super looking forward to using it. I feel like I run C-Reduce daily, and kind of my workflow is really like run C-Reduce, let that chew on the problem for a little bit, then go and like bisect my command line flags, because I typically have like hundreds of flags. Mm-hmm. So I don't have anything that automates that just yet, but that's like the next thing to automate. And then I have to like modify my interesting-ness script, because I think bug point, like you can bisect with it, but it wants like you to return 0 if it's not interesting or something, if I remember correctly. So like just being able to reuse, it sounds like I'll be able to reuse my same interesting-ness script between C-Reduce and LLVM-Reduce, or even just move entirely to LLVM-Reduce.
Yeah, you should be able to really easily import your interesting-ness tests. I actually looked into C-Reduce a lot when coding LLVM-Reduce.
So in that case, I guess I would be curious, like, is it faster, like to pinpoint a bug in LLVM, would it be faster for me to run C-Reduce on the problem first and then convert it to LLVM-IR and then run LLVM-Reduce, or just stick with LLVM-Reduce?
Well, LLVM-Reduce has a really good runtime. I actually did not test much with C-Reduce, but I mean, that would be up to someone to actually get that data and see which has better performance.
Cool. Either way, I think it would be awesome to see like if you and John and folks working on C-Reduce could like share ideas around like what passes kind of remove things the most, because I think like one of the issues I run into C-Reduce is Like some of the earlier passes, I don't think eliminate as much code aggressively. So if you start off with large inputs, it can take a while before things really converge.
Yeah. I'd love to contribute with any people that has worked in reducers. I really liked building the tool, and I'm hopefully going to be improving upon it.
Thanks for your work.
Thanks.
Any more? Oh.
Hey, so say you implement a new reduction.
Mhm.
How do you evaluate whether this new reduction strategy reduction step is actually making an impact in terms of reduction time? Like, how do you evaluate things like this?
So the question is, I'm just going to repeat it. If I make a new reduction pass, how do I know if it's valuable? Okay, that's a bit tough. Mainly, the main metric I used is amount of lines. So if the amount of lines decrease in the resulting code, then it's valuable. You would really have to play with passes that don't reduce amount of code but still add something valuable. That would be have to modify a bit the main delta debugging algorithm, but it would be a really trivial modification. I'm sorry, what? No, actually, I don't have any right now.
Hi, I wrote C-Reduce, and I think this is really, really cool, and I'm really glad you're getting the word out about it. I think it's really great to, I think it's a really great thing to do.
Thanks.
I was curious, how do you choose how to order your reduction passes?
Right now, they're just run sequentially. I think it would be valuable, actually, to run them randomly or get some data to see which would be better. Right now, the functions pass is the first that is run, and then basic blocks. I basically did the places where the amount of instructions would be bigger, so the reduction would be bigger, and the remaining passes wouldn't have any a lot of things to reduce. Any more questions?
Maybe a silly question, but why do we need this tool at all? How is it different from Backpoint, and why Backpoint cannot be improved to have the same functionality?
Okay, Backpoint does some similar things, but it does not use the delta debugging algorithm. That's what makes LLVM-Reduce stand out from Backpoint and really adds better performance than Backpoint. What else? Yeah, also LLVM-Reduce does have some optimizations or reductions that Backpoint doesn't have. What were some? The basic blocks, most of the time when it tries to reduce basic blocks, it just ends up creating a bunch of unreachable blocks. And LLVM-Reduce does not. It really tries to make the reductions as best as possible and not make a mess of the configuration of the code.
Hi. Have you used this tool to find verification issues? And if so, how do you check for undefined behavior if you're introducing it with your reduction?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Have you used the tool to debug verification issues where your program is getting an incorrect result?
I have not used to debug verification issues, but I mean the unit tests are pretty standard. They can really they test that each pass does what it's supposed to. I think that's. I don't know if I answered your question correctly.
I don't think so.
Sorry. Can you change the wording a bit?
Well, like when you're delta debugging can delete certain lines of code that can make your program have undefined behavior with optimization.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're debugging something, you may take a wrong path in the reduction.
Yeah, well, when it's doing the reductions, it always checks that it reproduces the interesting behavior. So it's never going to take a path that doesn't reproduce the behavior that you want. That might be a problem with the interestingness test, that you don't have the appropriate behavior defined.
Okay.
So when you bisect your functions, how do you order them? Are they sequential, or can you change their order to further reduce your test case?
Yeah, it's sequential. Really didn't go much into bisection. I just did standard delta debugging where it tries to split the function in half and then go increasing granularity until the granularity is 1, i.e. It just goes by ignoring each function and to find the minimum amount of interesting functions.
So just to respond to something 2 questions ago, we really need a checking interpreter that runs some LLVM-IR and signals a flag if it generates poison or does something undefined. This has been missing for years and years, and we should have had it ages ago, and we should make this tool. Then that would be the thing that you call from the interestingness test to avoid going into a bad place during reduction.
No more questions?
Okay, so let's thank the speaker.